Hey friends, Justin Silly Gaming here, and we are back, and we are in a much better mood, and we are going to get this thing into orbit. In the last episode, I kind of gave up, and we just blew the whole rocket up, but I've done some twiddling in my spare time. That sounds wrong. But we now have this one. And this is going to take us into space. So we are going to put SAS on. We are going to quick save so we can try again. And we are going to fire. Now, I do believe this thing's going to fire at a slight angle. But that's okay. That's just going to move us naturally towards an orbit. Like, we want to be at 45 degrees by 10,000 meters, and I'm not pressing anything, and just for some reason the weight on this isn't correct, but it's working in our favor. So when these solid fuel boosters go, we're going to use the big thumper solid fuel booster, and that is going to take us even higher. We're going to get to see these cool things push off to the side though with these decouplers, which is always fun to watch. Let's zoom in a little bit for that. How do I zoom in? There we go. Nearly pressed the wrong button. And fire away. And fire. There we go, there we go. It's going. So as you can see, it's flying towards that 45-degree mark, which is good. But we are not going to stop. We are going to check the apoapsis. It's currently 13. And look at that. We're still going pretty steady. We're going over land, which is never a good thing. The reason they have these things so close to the sea is so that bits can fall down in the ocean instead of on people. We're now at about 45 degrees. We don't want to do too much more than that. This is looking alright. Check out apoapsis is now at 29, 30. We just want to get that over 70. Now that falls off. And that goes. And this is going to rocket slightly. Rocket pun. But we are still going at around 45 degrees. And when this apoapsis gets to about 90, we are going to cut the engine, which we have done, and we are going to add a maneuver. Now this is the difficult bit, especially when the zoom isn't correct, but let's just send that around. Perry is 88, that's 93, that's pretty damn close. We're going to go for that. And now we have to gain control of this thing, which is very, very difficult. This is good. We just got to get to that blue mark, and that's going to tell us, oh, that's going to give us the position we need to do this 29-second burn, which will put us into orbit. That's pretty damn close. Maybe it's a tiny bit more to the left and up. And now what we're going to do is we are going to burn the engines for so many seconds, trying to keep it in that blue thing as much as possible. And when we do get into orbit, the camera changes, that's how we know. And we're going to try and make it a nice orbit, a nice even orbit. Burn for a few more seconds. We want to, there we go, and cut. And now it's probably not the most even thing we've ever seen in the world, but 74 and 140 definitely is not the most even thing we've seen in the world. So let's just make it a little bigger. That's going to make it 107, 125, 147 and 1. Let's just put it back there. 139 and 141. That's what we want. And so now We've actually got it in orbit. That's what I was trying to do in the last one, but I just couldn't. We are about to have a satellite in space, which will never run out of power. It won't be able to do anything, but so we know that we can. And to tell all the other space companies that we can. Here we go as we're coming around. And now what we're going to do is a risky procedure. 74, 141. So we are going to start the engines and then we're going to cut. 77 and 141. Start the engines and then cut. 93 and 141. This is a silly way to do it, but it seems to be better than the actual computer way. 135 and 143. Let's just try a tiny bit more and see what happens. 138 and 145. We're going to leave it there. That's pretty close for manually doing it. So now what we can do is speed up time so we can get to some daylight. There's the sun. And there's our teeny tiny little satellite that we've built. It comes around into daylight. And now we can make it look cool. So hopefully that's firing off the top part. That is that's gone, let's put it that way. Then the bottom part, like so. And then we just deactivate this decoupler. Done. Our solar panels are doing things. Now it may do absolutely nothing. It doesn't even have an antenna on it to send any data back. Which I don't know if we would have got much from anyway. Not really, we've already done that. But if I just close it now, this is our first object in orbit that will be there forever, unless an asteroid comes and knocks it down and kills everybody. But other than that, I think this has finally been a successful mission. And there is the moon in the distance. And that's a good way to end this episode, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, remember to like, comment and subscribe. And leave a nice comment on what you think I should do next in this for these little non-contract episodes, because I didn't get anything for this. I just did it for the bragging rights. I got something into orbit without a man. So, hope you've enjoyed, and don't you go change.